I'd like to welcome our county legislator, Catherine Parker from the 7th District, which is in the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade area. So, Catherine, thanks for coming.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here with you, Michael. And this is always a great event that you have, a celebration and the kickoff to the St. Patrick's Day Sound Shore Parade.
So, do you have any words of encouragement for our new Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callahan?
Well, compliments to you for a great choice. Chris O'Callahan is a constituent of mine from Rye. I've known him for many years, he and his wife Ann, and really great guy. I don't think he needs words of encouragement from me. He's going to be terrific.
So, you've been a great supporter of the parade over the years, and this is the 8th annual parade. So what will you be doing on March 17th?
I am going to be marching with you on March 17th, or at least passing you by. I think you'll be up in the booth on Mamaroneck Avenue, and I can't wait. I look forward to it each and every year.
Great, we'll see you there.
Absolutely.
I'd like to welcome the president of the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Committee, Mr. Joe Morrow. Joe?
How you doing? How you doing, Mike?
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have a great night tonight here at the Hearts and Shamrocks dinner.
Absolutely. We got a very good turnout. A lot of people supporting the parade, which is very nice. It goes for a good cause. A couple of scholarships and promote the Irish heritage in the community, which is very nice. And it helps us put on a beautiful day, and everybody loves coming to the parade. Hopefully, knock on wood, get a little nice weather. We'll be all right.
Absolutely. So would you like to have words of encouragement for our new Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callahan?
Chris, I wish him well. He's very involved in the committee this year, which is very nice. He's very excited, which makes us all excited on the committee to have somebody so enthused about the day and as it's going to go on. I'm glad a lot of his family are here today, which it's going to be great. I wish him well. We're going to put on a good day for him.
So what will you be doing on March 17th, Joe?
I'm sorry?
What will you be doing on March 17th?
Oh, I'll be lining everybody up, getting them ready for the parade.
That's right. Come on to march with us on March 17th or watch it on LMC-TV Live. Thanks, Joe.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man that may need no introduction, but he's going to get one. This is the 2018 Grand Marshal of the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade. Doc Kiernan, great to have you here, Doc.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here. It was a wonderful experience being the Grand Marshal of the parade and being the Grand Marshal for the whole year. And tonight we'll be handing it off to Chris O'Callahan. It'll be a great honor for me to do that.
Any words of encouragement for the new Grand Marshal?
A lot of responsibility. I hope he's ready. You know?
Okay.
Hope you can walk at least a half a mile.
Yeah, maybe he'll do some practicing, right? So anyways, what will you be doing on March 17th, Doc?
Well, I hope to be marching in the parade, somewhere in the back a little bit.
Terrific. Okay, we'll see you there, live on LMC-TV.
Oh, yeah, right. That's right. And stay on the sunny side of the street. Don't forget.
Thank you for that advice. Hey, I'd like to welcome in now the brother and the brother of and the aide to our Grand Marshal. This is Craig O'Callahan. Craig and his son, Gus. Craig, got to ask you a question. Got any words of encouragement for your brother who's the Grand Marshal of the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade?
Be the great leader that you are. And we love you, respect you, and appreciate all your hard work that you put together. So God bless the Irish.
God bless the Irish. Now, Gus, do you have any words for Uncle Chris, when he's doing his marching?
Good job.
Good job. I like that. So, where are you guys going to be on March 17th this year?
We're going to be walking right down Mamaroneck Avenue, right behind my brother Chris.
Terrific. Glad to have you live on LMC-TV.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We'd like to welcome Rose Silvestro, no stranger to the LMC-TV crowd out there. Rose is here for two functions at the Hearts and Shamrocks Center. First of all, Rose is with Orange Bank and Trust, and they are the sponsor of the LMC-TV live broadcast this year of the parade. So, Rose, welcome to the Hearts and Shamrocks Center.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. It's a great party.
Yeah, it always is now. It's always good when you're here. So, tell us, we're so delighted to have Orange Bank and Trust to be sponsoring the live broadcast this year.
Yes, and it's our third time doing this, and it's our pleasure to do it. And it's always a personal challenge for me to get on that flatbed truck.
Yes, getting on and getting off. Now, is it possible we can get Mike Gilfeather here? He's your chairman of the board, right?
I will be sure to extend an invitation to him, and also to Joe Rule, who is our regional president.
Terrific. Now, let me ask you this. Do you have any words of encouragement for Chris O'Callahan, our Grand Marshal?
Oh, yes. He is going to have a phenomenal audience, and he will have an absolute wonderful time.
And so what will you be doing on March 17th?
I will be marching. Actually, I will be marching with the Chamber of Commerce. we're always happy to have this, any major event, especially this one, that highlights Mamaroneck and all the businesses in Mamaroneck. And so I will be marching with the chamber.
That's right. She's here wearing two hats, one with Orange Bank and Trust and the other with the great Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for their support for the parade and everything about the parade.
Thank you.
Hi. This is good. I'm here with Tony O'Callahan, who happens to be the brother of and the aide to this year's Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callahan. Tony, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very proud of my brother.
Well, tell me a little bit about the O'Callahan Irish heritage.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm the oldest of 5 boys. So also we have 14 kids between us. So we've populated Rye. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting O'Callahan and Rye. But we came from County Cork and many generations ago. But my brother Chris is the past president of the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick. So I'm very proud that he's going to be the Grand Marshal.
Hey, Tony, so are we. Now, listen, I know that you guys are in Rye. There's a lot of places out in Rye that you might want to give a shout-out to. So I'll give you an opportunity right here. You want to give a shout-out to some of those places that you like in Rye?
Well, my favorite place in Rye is Kelly's, of course. Owned by Jerry McGuire and run by Kelly McGuire. And I actually visited them today, as a matter of fact.
Terrific. I hope they'll be supporting the parade as well. So, got any words of encouragement for your brother on that day?
Oh, well, we're all going to march with him. We're very excited. We'll all be wearing our Shamrock pants, and we're just very excited.
Okay, you got to come out to see the O'Callahan family or watch it live on LMC-TV. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, thank you. Like nice to see you.
Terrific.
Cheers.
Yes. Cheers. Yes, I'd like to welcome our New York State Assemblyman from the 91st District, which encompasses the Sound Shore, of which we run the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade. This is Steve Otis. Steve, welcome.
Michael, great to be here, and I'm such a fan of this parade. It has been such a success. It has grown and grown. You have a great honoree this year in Chris O'Callahan, who I know well, but it is something that has taken off in a way that brings a lot of happiness to a lot of people and does good scholarships for kids and all sorts of wonderful things.
That's terrific. We've had your support this is our 8th year now, so question I have for you, Steve, and we thank you for your support over the years, so your continual support. So have any advice for Chris as the Grand Marshal for this parade?
I'd say, and I've known well most of the Grand Marshals, and I always say, enjoy every moment. It really is a special thing. To be a Grand Marshal of a parade, of a St. Patrick's Day parade, it really doesn't get any better than that. So enjoy the day, enjoy tonight, but I know Chris will do that.
Terrific. Thank you very much, Steve. Now, Steve, what will you be doing on March 17th this year?
I am going to be marching down Mamaroneck Avenue and having a great day. I'm looking forward to it. And the parade is actually on St. Patrick's Day,
on St. Patrick's Day.
Really great.
Thanks for that reminder. That was good. So, that's right. So we welcome you all to march with us. And if you can't march, watch live on LMC-TV. Thank you, Steve.
Michael, thank you so much. And we're going to have a great night tonight and a great parade.
Oops, fist bump. Sorry.
You got to go with the Larry David.
All right, so I'd like to welcome another brother and another aide of our Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callahan. This is his brother, Kevin. Kevin, and also a sponsor of the parade. Kevin, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. We're here. We're glad to be here to support Chris.
Okay, so you're one of the O'Callahan clans. You're one of the 5 brothers.
I am. I'm number 2. I'm number 2 out of 5.
Okay, and also you're the president of UBS?
Yeah, Universal Builder Supply, UBS, right here in New Rochelle.
Big sponsor of the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade, and we're really happy for that. So tell us a little bit about the O'Callahan Irish heritage.
Okay, well, we're from the County Cork, and as my father always told us, our ancestors from Cork are either horse thieves or merchants. And he would say, Kevin, they're not merchants.
Now, we're delighted to have your brother as the Grand Marshal for 8th Annual Parade. So any words of advice for your brother?
Well, keep it straight. He'll tend to maybe serpentine a little bit, so I want him to keep it straight and make it as short as possible.
It's going to be live this year on LMC-TV. Wow. Terrific. Now, and you guys are going to be marching on the 17th, so we'll see you there.
Yeah, we'll be represented by a lot of family, and you've met Gus already?
Yes, Gus, say hello again.
Hi.
Gus is going to be marching with Uncle Chris.
Yeah, Gus is starting his TV career here.
There we go. Thank you, Mike.
All right, thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
All right. Nice to meet you. Scott. So here I am. I'd like to welcome one more brother. I think he's the final brother here. This is Scott. Scott is brother to our Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callahan, and also he's as important. He's one of the aides. So, Scott, great to have you.
Oh, great to be here, Mike. It's a fantastic night. Thanks for doing it.
Now, we've heard a number of things about Irish heritage and the O'Callahan family. Something maybe you want to add?
Well, we love going to Ireland. I go to Ireland with my brother Chris almost every year, at least once, to play golf with a group of 12 or 16 young men like us. And we've played all over Ireland, and we have so much fun. And with the name O'Callahan, you can imagine we're always welcome, not only in Ireland, but in all the pubs in Ireland.
That's always nice, you know. So, although in the St. Patrick's Day parade, Scott, we like to say that everyone's Irish, right?
Everyone is Irish.
So you know this year the parade is going to be on St. Patrick's Day.
And St. Patrick's Day is on a Sunday, which I already know, because last year was on a Saturday. I hope you don't mind if I wear my green pants with Shamrocks on.
No, I've been told that that's a family tradition,
Yes,
so we're
it
looking
is.
forward to that. Now, any words of encouragement for our great Grand Marshal this year?
My brother Chris doesn't need any encouragement. He, almost 25 years ago, was the president of the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick of Westchester. Probably the youngest president then ever, probably still the youngest president ever of that organization. So he needs no help or encouragement from me. I'm his nearest younger brother, and I have tried to follow in his incredible footsteps for so many years. He always makes me proud. He needs no advice from me whatsoever, especially when it comes to this stuff.
Hey, this is great. I said, so you want to see the O'Callahans marching in their green pants on St. Patrick's Day down Mamaroneck Avenue, which is the best place to march if you're not in Dublin. We'll see you there. Scott, great to have you.
Love being here. Thanks for everyone. Great organization you put together, Mike. Thanks for doing a wonderful evening and honoring my brother as a Grand Marshal. It's fantastic. Thank you so much. Good?
Boom. You hit it. That was good. Now to the Hearts and Shamrocks dinner, I'd like to welcome the mayor of the village of Mamaroneck. No relationship to the Murphys, however, our favorite mayor, Tom Murphy.
Hey, Mike, thanks a lot for throwing this. Looks like it's going to be a great night.
Well, you know something, when you get the Irish together, it's always a great night.
It's always a good party.
It is. Now, as we say about St. Patrick's Day, that on St. Patrick's Day, everyone is Irish. And we look at the parade as being not only a celebration of Irish heritage, but also of the American immigrant experience.
That's right. And, you know, Mamaroneck has welcomed immigrants going back to the beginning of time. You know, we're a community that, you know, wants to be diverse, wants to work on, you know, what that means and how we, you know, make that happen in our community. And, you know, like a lot of immigrants, the Irish were not welcomed at first. You wouldn't know it. We've gotten successful over the years, but I think it's important for us as Irish to remember that this country used to put up signs that said, no Irish need apply. And, you know, so, you know, we have to, you know, not be the ones who, once we get on a lifeboat, we shouldn't be pulling up the ladder.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to offer a welcoming hand to those who come after us.
That's what makes the country strong. And you know what? As I was saying earlier, I said if you can't march in a St. Patrick's Day parade in Dublin or on Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, the next best place, probably the best place in the whole wide world, would be Mamaroneck Avenue in the village of Mamaroneck.
The village of Mamaroneck. We know how to throw a party. We know how to throw a parade. We've been doing this now for a while with the Fireman's Parade and your parade. We run it like clockwork. There's a great party down in Harbor Island Park. It's a great time, you know, to bring your kids to come out. You'll hear some great bands. You'll see some a lot of people having a good time on the avenue. Mike and his friends throw a great party, and we're looking forward to it.
True, you know, and without the support of the village, not only the trustees and the DPW, the police department, the fire department, and the citizens of Mamaroneck, we couldn't put on the parade. So we thank all them out there. So would you like some words of encouragement for our new Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callahan?
I want to thank Mr. Callahan for doing this. He's been an asset to the Irish American community and to every community he's lived in. And we wish him luck, and we're looking forward to seeing him on March 17th.
So, Mr. Mayor, what will you be doing on March 17th?
I will be marching down the avenue, and happily so.
We'll be delighted to see you there. So,
the first Irish mayor to march down the avenue. And we're up.
Well, I got a cold. So, all right, Timmy, how you doing? Well, every parade, every St. Patrick's Day parade needs a Grand Marshal, and our 2019 Grand Marshal this year is none other than, and you've heard his name mentioned before over and over again, it's Craig O'Callahan. Start at the beginning. Okay, here.
Want to get a glass of water? I'll get someone to get it for you.
Every St. Patrick's Day parade needs a Grand Marshal, and here I'm with the 2019 Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callahan. Chris, your night.
I'm so happy to be part of the parade and part of the whole Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day group. It's an incredible group of people, an incredible community event. I feel very blessed to be part of it.
Why did you get involved, and why did you accept the title and the responsibility for being the Grand Marshal?
Well, I think part of it was Murphy's convinced me. They're very convincing people. My brothers, I called all my brothers to see if they had an interest in supporting the parade, and they all were very enthusiastic about doing so. They all are involved in communities themselves. They're very involved in philanthropy, my dad and mom, and I'm surrounded by so many family members. I'm just happy to be here.
Terrific. You know, we're looking forward to this parade. I think it's going to be the best parade ever. Not only is it going to be on March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, but I hear it's going to be a great day, weather-wise.
It'll be beautiful no matter what it is. We're all going to have fun. My family will all come out, friends, and we're just blessed to be living in this community, and we hope everyone supports the parade.
Well, this is the Hearts and Shamrocks dinner tonight is to honor both the past Grand Marshal and our present Grand Marshal. So, Chris, we're glad to be honoring you. So thank you. So we know what you're going to be doing on March 17th.
Thank you, Murph. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to running into a lot of friends and family, and we'll have a big celebration.
Terrific. Gus, are you going to be there?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Thank you. Thanks.
I'd like to welcome our New York State Senator Shelley Mayer from the 37th District, which is in the Sound Shore area, which encompasses the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade. Shelley, it's great to have you here.
Oh, this is a treat. My first time at the dinner, but my second time at the parade.
Won't be your last time, will it?
No, I love this. You know, I love the step dancing. I love the Irish dancers. I love the bagpipes. I like beer too.
She's one of us, you can tell. But of course, as we like to say, that everybody is Irish on St. Patrick's Day, and we see the parade as being more than just a celebration of Irish heritage, but of the American immigrant experience.
Oh, absolutely, and the beautiful thing of the American immigrant experience. I mean, it's really a celebration of how well people can do, all the opportunity they have, a chance for fellowship, and keeping their identity alive, their heritage alive. It's a beautiful, beautiful event.
Well, we'd like to thank you on behalf of the parade for your continued support of the parade. And also, we'd like to ask you if you have any, now you know Chris O'Callahan, who is a member, he's a resident of Rye, he's in your district, and is there any words of advice you can give him as being the Grand Marshal this year?
Well, step carefully, and it's fantastic his whole family is here. I had the pleasure of meeting his mother, everyone from our district, but I am looking forward to walking behind him carefully and thoughtfully, and at the end we'll celebrate.
That's terrific. You know, this year it goes out live on LMC-TV.
I look forward to, I'm going to remind people to watch.
So we don't have to ask you what you're going to be doing on March 17th.
I'm going to be marching the Sound Shore Parade, absolutely.
That was great. Well, we're here at the annual Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade, Hearts and Shamrocks dinner, which is our fundraiser, and I'm with Tim Idoni. Tim, great to have you back. You were here last year.
I love this event. I love the parade. I love the kickoff of the parade, and it is nothing better than the Sound Shore area and having a great Irish parade.
You're an integral part of last year's Hearts and Shamrocks dinner. You might tell the audience what you were doing.
Well, I was introducing the guest of honor, the Grand Master of the parade, so to speak, Ray Kiernan, who's one of my dearest and oldest friends. And, you just find out the camaraderie that goes on in this event is just absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, it's terrific. You know, we like this. The one thing about the parade that we try to keep telling people, or we tell them all the time, that the parade represents the Sound Shore community from Pelham, or from Portchester down to Pelham.
Absolutely. We all take care of each other. We not only march up and down our avenues together, we go to restaurants in Larchmont and Mamaroneck all the time, and just because I was the mayor of New Rochelle doesn't mean we don't love all of you.
That's right, because we say on St. Patrick's Day, everybody's Irish. Now, would you like to give some words of advice to the Grand Marshal this year, since you were involved last year in nominating the Grand Marshal or welcoming the Grand Marshal?
Well, I'll tell you what, to limber up a little bit before the parade and dress warmly, because it's always a little chilly for some reason, but we all have fun, that's all. Just have a good time.
So, Tim, what will you be doing on March 17th?
Oh, I will be having one cocktail and enjoying my Irish heritage. I really don't have any, but you know what? Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day, right?
Well, you're welcome to march in our parade.
I'll be there, absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir. Now, here's a man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to do some anyways. This is our county executive, long-time resident of Rye, who big supporter of the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade, George Latimer. George, great to have you here at the Hearts and Shamrocks dinner.
Mr. Murphy, it's terrific. As a person of Irish American descent, it is wonderful to have a parade in our backyard that's growing, that's attracting people from New Rochelle, Portchester to Pelham, Larchmont, Mamaroneck, and Rye. And in that world, you're seeing tonight's dinner that it is fitting a need, and to have it on Sunday, St. Patrick's Day. I know there's another little parade down in Manhattan, but this parade is the centerpiece of the Sound Shore. Happy to be a part of it, happy to see it grow.
Yeah, as we say, if you can't march in Dublin or in Manhattan in the parade, the next best place to be is Mamaroneck Avenue in the village of Mamaroneck. You've been a tremendous supporter of the parade ever since the beginning. We're on behalf of the committee, we'd like to thank you for that. But this year, you're also the Master of Ceremonies for the Hearts and Shamrocks dinner. Any words of advice for this year's Grand Marshal, Chris O'Callahan?
Well, Chris is a very charming Irishman. He's one of 5 brothers. He knows exactly how to work his way through a crowd like this. And it takes a lot of personality to hold the attention of these folks. So I think Chris will be an outstanding Grand Marshal, coming after Doc Kiernan, who did a fabulous job last year. More seriously, I think, as you well know, the great accomplishment of this parade, amongst other things, is raising, over the course of these 8 years, over $32,000 in scholarships for young people to go on and advance their education. And that really shows the charitable side of both this event and the Irish American community. And it's really a very good sign that this is the direction we're going in.
Terrific. Now you know that everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day, and we celebrate more than Irish heritage. It's the American immigrant experience.
Well, that's true, and as proud as I am of my Irish American roots,
you're part Irish, right?
I'm equally Italian American, and so the acceptance of all of us as immigrants. I mean, unless you're a Native American, we all came from someplace, and to understand that when the Irish came here, they brought a culture and they added to the American experience, as did the Italians, as did those who were Jewish, as did those who came from Asia, those who come from other parts of the world, now Latin America, that we're seeing a mosaic, not a melting pot. Each piece still has its own culture and heritage, and as you can tell by my waistline, the food of each culture, and that makes the American experience greater because we are greater than just the sum of our parts.
Well, it looks like they're beckoning me for you to do your MC duty, so one last question for you. Where are you going to be on March 17th?
I'm going to be in Mamaroneck starting at 1:30 when the Sound Sure St. Patrick's Parade kicks off, goes down that wide boulevard all the way down to Harbor Island. And if you live anywhere from Pelham to Portchester, you ought to be there too.
Live on LMC-TV.
Live on LMC-TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We're going to begin. Very briefly, if you open time, and Mark Chris Callahan.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 8th annual Sound Shore St. Patrick's Parade. I'm George Latimer, the MC for tonight. I was very honored to be asked to do this, mostly because I work for free, which is obviously the way to maximize the amount of money that we're going to raise, both for the parade tonight and also for the scholarship program. I'm very happy to introduce right off the bat Joe Morrow, who is serving as the president of the committee. He was out of the room when they were selecting presidents, so he agreed to do the job once he walked back in the room. A terrific guy. He's been involved in this for the last 8 years. Joe Morrow. Joe? Thank you.
George is not lying. I definitely was not in the room when I got selected. I'm going to be very brief. George is our MC for the night. He's very good at it. He's done it before. I just want to thank everybody here for coming. Chris, I hope you have a great night. You've been great so far, very active in the community, which is what we love to see. So many of you have been in the parade before. It's a really, really fun day. And what we love to do is put on a great day, everybody have a good time, as well as promote Irish heritage in the community. And we raise a little bit of money, and we are fortunate enough to give out a lot of scholarships, which I believe we're upwards of $90,000 or so for the past 8 years we've done. Wow. As much as the day is fun, it's nice to get back to the community, and that's what we try to do. And as much as the scholarships that we do, the parade we put on is part of giving back to the community, because it's a very fun day. People enjoy it, and then as much as we do. So Chris has been great. I really, really hope you have a great night, Chris. I'm happy to see so many of your family, meet so many of them, and you get to meet a lot of our family, and then we're just going to have a good time. So I'm going to turn it over to George. Thank you very much for being here.
Well, in a second, we're going to have our Irish buffet dinner, but after that, we'll have the sash ceremony. We'll honor Chris O'Callahan. He's here with his 4 brothers, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And if you think that's all the O'Callahans we have, you're going to be surprised by how many we have tonight. But have a wonderful evening, enjoy your dinner, and we'll be back to honor Chris and get ready for the parade. So whatever the format is for food, let's have at it.
Awarded tonight, there are 400 tickets at $50 a piece, and if you buy one, then you're in it. You can't win it unless you're in it. Then there's also our regular raffle For a sheet, you get a group of tickets for $20, and then you can put them in the various different items. And as they say, the traditional Irish auction, they'll pull out a winner from each of the different items tonight. So enjoy your time, but don't forget the raffles. There's money to be made tonight, as well as fun. Thank you. Back to the Beatles.
Tim, Sue, please stand. Give us a count. Please stand if you're O'Callaghan. And the winner, how many O'Callaghan do we have?
25, 24.
We'll take the higher number, 25 O'Callaghan's on the way. Now, Saints to praise. How many Murphys are in the room? Please stand up. Murphys. Let's make it for the Murphys. Stand up if you're a Murphy.
I count 15.
15 Murphys, 25 O'Callaghan's. The O'Callaghan's are the winners. And now, with the patriarch of the family, Tony O'Callaghan Sr., right now undergoing a little bit of rehab up at Burke. We send out our best wishes to him. His wife, Marielle, is here. The patriarch of the family. We're going to ask number one son, Tony, to please come to the microphone so he can introduce. And Kevin and Scott and Craig said we want you to roast your brother Chris.
Well, no, the roasting's not going to happen. I'm very proud that Chris asked me to introduce him, because first of all, he's a wonderful brother. He's my favorite. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Kevin. Scott, Craig. But it's just, Chris is such a fabric of this community. He's certainly a great brother. He's a great son to my mom. He's a great parent. He's got his 4 lovely girls here, and certainly he's been wonderful to Westchester. He's been part of this community for many years. He's been a past president of the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick. So we're all going to enjoy marching with him with our Shamrock pants on St. Patrick's Day in Mamaroneck. And I'm just so proud of my brother, as I have been for all these years. And I'm just, please, everybody, give him a round of applause. Your new Grand Marshal.
Oh, this brotherly love, so disgusting. Congratulations, Chris. Now we'd like last year's Grand Marshal, Raymond Doc Kiernan, to come up for the presentation of the sales. Doc. Doc, the microphone is yours.
Well, thank you very much. About a year, more than a year, maybe about 18 months ago, I was minding my own business in a Larchmont Tavern, and Joey Morrow came up and asked me to be the Grand Marshal. And I guess the only qualifications you needed was just to say yes. So, and then I always said it was like joining the Moonies. You were caught up in selling chances at the airport. You were up to having to do all kinds of things. But it turned out to be a lot of fun. We got on the committee, helped do this, that, and the other thing. And then the day of the parade, you start off on Mamaroneck Avenue at the gas stations and stuff. So it's not a lot of people up when you first start the parade. And you say, Jesus, they probably should have got another Grand Marshal. And then you hit the railroad tracks. And as soon as you come out from under the railroad, all the way to Boston Road, there are thousands, maybe even close to 1 million people between the railroad and Boston Road. And it was a great feeling. I marched with family, friends, and everything else. So it was a wonderful day, and I hope Chris has as much fun as I did with it. Tom, open your phone, please.
It's like a Christmas.
You always need a woman to dress you. Ah, you look grand, you It's either the 7th inning stretch or it's a standing ovation. We have with us a few proclamations, and then we're going to introduce the Mayor of Mamaroneck, who's in person. We have a proclamation from, and she was here early this evening, Senator Shelley Mayer, on behalf of Chris. I'll take that back from you in a second. We have one from the New York State Assembly, Steve Otis. You can see that the state doesn't have much good finances going on here. Little pieces of paper. But we have one from the town of Mamaroneck, from Nancy Seligson, who is the town supervisor, Jane Elkainini, Sabrina Fiddleman, Abby Katz, Jeff King, not one Irishman in the bunch. But there's an Irishman who leads the village of Mamaroneck. He was on the losing side of this battle. Tom Murphy. Tom?
Congratulations. I'm going to get to read my proclamation, so this is a little bit like, this is your life, Christopher O'Callaghan. But first of all, I can guarantee there'll be 1 million people this year. We've already made the plans, and we're busting them in. We're going to get every Irishman within a 100-mile radius. Whereas the village of Mamaroneck, since its establishment on November 16, 1895, has been blessed to be a community that has welcomed immigrants from around the world looking to make a better life for itself and their families and descendants. And whereas the strength of this commitment is observed through the many 5th, 6th, 7th generation families who have made a community where all people are welcome to enjoy the peace, prosperity, and tranquility of the friendly village, as well as the larger Long Island Sound shore communities. Whereas in honor of the shared commitment to diversity and recognition of the accomplishments that people of Irish descent have made to the village of Mamaroneck, our Sound Shore communities, New York State, and the United States of America, the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Committee will be celebrating the 8th annual parade to be held on Sunday, March 17th, conveniently on St. Patrick's Day. And whereas for this year's parade, the Sound Shore Parade Committee has selected Christopher O'Callaghan as the Grand Marshal, and will be honoring him with the presentation of the official Grand Marshal sash at the Hearts and Shamrocks dinner to be held tonight. Mr. O'Callaghan has for decades helped to serve the needs of his fellow man through his charitable work with the Food Bank of Westchester, the American Red Cross, Greenwich Hospital, and the Friendly Sons of St. Patrick of Westchester. And in addition to accepting the mantle of responsibility that leads to hundreds of participants in this year's St. Patrick, hundreds, that was a misprint. Millions. Without doubt. You never seen an Irish politician that would lie to you, right? That's never happened. or exaggerate. The hundreds of participants in this year's St. Patrick's Day Parade, Mr. O'Callaghan will also spearhead the group's fundraising activities. As your predecessor said, you got to sell a lot of those tickets between now and then, so that they continue to give back to the community. And on the occasion of his being named the Grand Marshal for the 2009 St. Patrick's Day Parade and being bestowed at the Hearts and Shamrocks dinner, it is proper and appropriate that Christopher O'Callaghan be recognized by the village of Mamaroneck for the positive impact he has made toward the betterment of his fellow man. And now, therefore, I, Thomas A. Murphy, on behalf of the residents of the village of Mamaroneck, do hereby congratulate Christopher O'Callaghan on the occasion of his being named the Grand Marshal for the 2019 Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade, and we thank him for the positive impact he has had on the Sound Shore communities.
Any of Chris's aides, we want to give you your sashes as well.
My daughter.
He didn't tell you yet, but his daughters, Claire, Annie, Carrie, and all of his brothers, please come up if you could. Anybody on the committee, if you're not up here yet as well, please.
Put together a very rigorous schedule of visits to help raise money. His plan is to go to a variety of bars at night, and he wants to know if you want to come along. How many of you will sign up to go to the LT with him on a Saturday night, 9 o'clock until closing? How many are willing to go to Kelly's Sea Level in Rye? How about McShane's in Portchester? Sherwood's for wings on Monday night. And the Beachmont in New Rochelle. And what's the best Irish bar in Pelham? I don't know. Anybody know? Pelham? Hurley's. Sounds good to me. Sounds Irish. And now we're ready to hear from the man himself, the Grand Marshal for the 2019 Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Honorable Christopher O'Callaghan.
Oh, thank you. So, first of all, thank you all for attending tonight, especially my family. Okay, sorry, okay. So I wondered if, because as my daughters know, I love to sing in church. So I was hoping that all of the gentlemen could rise real quickly and join me in a rendition of God Bless America, and I'll leave. But everyone's got to sing loud because I have a terrible voice. Ready? God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Now, as I believe George mentioned, my dad has been struggling a little bit with his health. If we could just have a moment of silence for those that are not feeling well, or people that are serving our country in the military or first responders, if we could have just a moment of silence for them. Thank you. Thank you. And Doc, thank you for the introduction. It's an honor for me to follow you. You have very large shoes to fill. I think of Doc. He was the fire commissioner in New Rochelle for 26 years. I was in a fire when I was in my fraternity house, and I ran out of the building. Doc goes into the buildings. I think my mom and dad were just happy I didn't start the fire. So anyway, I'm so fortunate to be surrounded by my family and friends, my mom, my mother-in-law, my nieces, my brothers, my sister-in-laws, my nephews, son-in-laws, and most of all of you, all of my friends. You're so kind to be here on a February night, cold night in February, and I really, really appreciate all of you being here. It's very, very kind of you to do so. Thank you. Thank you to the Murphy brothers, the committee. They are tireless and selfless. How much time they spend in putting this dinner together and the parade together. I think their work has almost just begun, but they've done an incredible amount of work up until now. And it's amazing to see a community, people in the community just give of their time and their effort for no financial reward. They're not looking for kudos from anyone. They just go to these meetings and they figure out how to run a party like this and run a parade, and it truly is what makes a community great. So thank you so much to the committee and the Murphy brothers for putting this together. And with that, I have about, it's only another half hour or so. Is everyone settled in? Everyone comfortable? Any questions that I have? No, so anyway, God bless the Irish. God bless all of you, and God bless America. Thank you all.
If you have a sash on, we'd like to have you go into the room where the Irish dancers were dancing and join us for pictures, please. If you're wearing a sash, and you know who you are because you're wearing a sash, go in that room. Everybody else have a good time. Bar's still open. Have some food. And there's dancing coming. River dancing.